The 1990 murder of a Utah tourist on a New York City subway platform was emblematic of a city out of control. That year, more than 2,200 people were murdered. New Yorkers were fed up and they were scared. Several teenagers were soon arrested and later convicted of the crime. Today, one of them, now 43, appeared in a New York City courtroom and got the stunning news his conviction has been overturned. It's a story we've been following for an upcoming Dateline for more than a year. The ruling was swift.
The court is going to set aside convictions, and the court is going to order a new trial.
The reaction emotional.
The court will allow him, but with the
25 years after he was sent away for a notorious New York City murder, today a judge told Johnny Hincapie he could go free to possibly face a new trial for a crime that proved to be the tipping point in a 1990 New York City fed up with violence.
Good evening. One young man is dead, 8 others staring at serious jail time after a New York City tragedy.
Labor Day weekend of that year, Brian Watkins, a young tourist from Utah visiting New York with his family, was stabbed and killed on a Manhattan subway platform while being robbed by a group of teenagers. Within 24 hours, 7 teens, including a then 18-year-old Hincapie, confessed on tape to taking part in the robbery.
All I saw him was taking the knife out.
You saw him take a knife out?
Yeah, knife.
Though he didn't have or use a weapon himself, because he was part of the group, Hincapie and the others were convicted of murder and sentenced to 25 years to life.
If you're going to do the crime on the transit system, we're coming to get you.
NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton was in charge of the transit police back then.
Well, it was a seminal case for me that allowed us to have a tipping point impact.
Among the changes, thousands of new cops, followed by a 25-year reduction in crime. But questions arose. Was justice served?
Did you have any idea what was happening on the platform?
No.
Hincapie would later say he left the group on the platform before the robbery and that his confession was coerced by an abusive detective.
He slapped me in my face. He pulled my hair. And he kicked me right down to the floor. He just said, listen, if you really, really want to go home, all you got to do is just memorize a story that I want you to say. I'll have you driven home immediately.
You believed him?
Yes, I did.
Finally, last year, Hincapie was granted a new hearing. And this spring, the court heard from new witnesses who supported his account.
Did you see him go onto the platform?
No.
The DA argued Hincapie made up the story about police abuse and a coerced confession and challenged the credibility of new witnesses. And we've just gotten in some video a short time ago. Johnny Hincapie walking out of the courthouse on bail, a free man for the first time in 25 years. Family and well-wishers there to greet him. The Manhattan DA's office is reviewing whether to retry him for the murder. A decision will come within a month.